What's going on? It's the Great White Stoke from the Great White North. Merry Christmas. And hey, it's a backwoods Christmas. I just listened to your video, Mr. Backwoods. Merry Christmas to you. You were talking about friendship, reconnecting with people from your past and the difficulties therein. And something that I have come to the conclusion in my advancing years is that as you get older, it gets more difficult to make friends. And all too often, people confuse friendship with acquaintanceship. And the real test of friendship, to see how many friends you really got, is to call up everyone that you consider a friend and say, hey, I'm moving next weekend. Can you help me out? And only your real friends will come to help you. Obviously, those living in, far away will not count. But for the most part, that's who you find out who your real friends are. And last night on Christmas Eve, as I was thinking about the ups and downs that I have been through and the ups and downs that others have been through, I have come to find that truly I am a lucky man. I've been with a woman for 15 years. She is healthy. I have 2 boys. They are healthy. And I have a small group of friends that truly are friends. And the group that is nearby came to help me move and wrestle a huge gas oven into a home prior to it being sold. And up in Alaska, I have a very real friend on the property watching over things. And I've made some very close acquaintances that I would like to call friends and that I can lean on for certain things. But I respect the boundaries of our relationship. And you mentioned reconnecting with some people from your past. And with the ubiquity of social media that we have, especially with MyFace and LinkedIn and Instagram, it's become much easier to reconnect or attempt to reconnect with people from your past. But I have found that attempting to reach out to people who I knew when I was a much younger man has not really proved as fruitful as I would like it to be. And I think that's because of the simple fact that who we were is not who we are now. And quite possibly, some of these friendships in our youths were very much relationships built on convenience. Now, what do I mean by that? When you are in an arena that you are supposed to go to on a regular basis for many years, like school, you have that whole hierarchical order that happens in those arenas. And there's a lot of self-segregation that goes on. There's a lot of social interplay that's happening there. And a lot of the people that you were friends with in that arena, if you don't carry those forward and into your adult life, you won't retain those bonds. And I think that whole social interplay is very endemic to the Anglo world. There's a very real deracination, whether you want to think it's just because of just naturally occurring, because of capitalism, because of some type of social engineering. There's a very real deracination that has occurred within the Anglo sphere that you don't see in other ethnic spheres. For example, Portuguese. They very much have a strong social and familial bond. Italians, Greeks, Assyrians, Mexicans. But the Anglos, for some reason, they have forsaken their bond for some reason. Pick yours and we can discuss that further. But I will say this. When you do have friendship in your older years, that's very important, and you want to pour your light into that. And really, friendship in your older age is going to hinge upon interests and you going out there and cementing those bonds, which is another reason why family is so important. And again, the family bonds of the Anglos have been deracinated, I believe, purposefully. And when you compare Anglo familial bonds to those of other ethnicities, you see less of that. So I would say, old man, it's time to get out there, get involved in interests that bring you into social circles, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for real friendship, that's where you're going to find it. And it also means being a sociable person, having boundaries, and meeting people who have the same ideals and thought patterns. Doesn't mean you have to match up 100%, but that's what I have to say about that. Backwoods, I hope you're doing well. We're getting some rain out here on the West Coast. We are up in the hills, away from the city. And frankly, after being in the bush for a few years and now living in the hills, it's hard for me to see how people can live in town. I realize the majority of it is an economic component. But still, anyway, everyone else, I hope you are well. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope the new year brings you health, happiness, contentment, and opportunities. Sincerely, hugs and kisses, everyone. Take care.